From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Dak going to start out going to the air.
He gets this to Devontae Adams. 5 yards on the game's first play, 2nd down.
Christmas Eve here in 2022. A big slate today of Saturday games. But we will have, ready for this, a triple header of action on Christmas Day tomorrow. I think it's pretty safe to say we won't have a white Christmas in any of these places, however. We start with the Packers and Dolphins in Miami at 1 Eastern. Then you got the Broncos and Rams from Los Angeles. And then finally, the Bucs and Cardinals at 8:20 Eastern in the desert. Plus one more for good measure on Monday. Once the family's all gone back home and Grandma's potted out of the house, grab the leftovers and sit back and watch the Chargers and the Colts from Indianapolis.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw taken in by Adams. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find him at the wide receiver position. And that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
We're going to 53. We're going 47.
Now Prescott. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
The Niners at 2-12 in what has been a tough year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
We're going 46. And 47. 47. We're going to 54. 1-8.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And they'll get to him short of the 1st down at about the 16. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
And that big gain may just change the thought process here on 4th down. I think in the red zone, they might now consider going for it on 4th down.
Fourth down, Prescott. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
Yeah, the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. And now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door, 1st and goal.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go now on 1st and goal.
To throw is Prescott. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. He gets this down to the 3, but no further. Brought the great move out of the bag, but couldn't do a ton with it. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. To the air again, Prescott. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper. Complete. Touchdown! Amari Cooper. His 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the 49ers are on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Washington.
But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And the final number on Next Gen Stats, how about this? 71 yards through the air.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they take the lead here at 7-6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And, partner, let me make a quick pivot here. Season winding down. They're number 32 in offense this year. The last in the league. Where did they go?
Anywhere and everywhere. But they have to do it with a plan. And I think about Atlanta a bunch of years ago. They decided they wanted to get what they thought was going to be a franchise quarterback. And, indeed, he is, Matt Ryan. But they had to supplement it. They went free agency, got a running back, came back and traded back into the first round in the same draft to get a left tackle to protect him. Really supplemented that pick, complemented that pick, and went to the playoffs the very next year.
Well, maybe they can use that and carbon copy it. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Prescott off play action. And now Prescott is going to be taken down. He couldn't get away, and that's a safety.
All right, partner, deuce is wild on this sequence. 2 plays, 2 sacks, and now 2 points thanks to the safety. Offensively, there just didn't seem to be much of a plan when they came out on attack. That let the defense create a little chaos up front and set up one of their guys to make a play and get through and record the sack.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
After that throw, and it was definitely one that he would love to have back, I wonder what's going through his head. I wonder what kind of mind game he's playing with himself to get himself back on track. Because a lot of guys, that's what they do. They have little triggers that when the mechanics are off or if they make a bad throw, that they go to that place to get themselves back in sync.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Left side, and it's complete. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through.
And they'll accept that penalty.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry.
I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
Yeah, what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
Go to 54. Wide. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
1st down, Prescott. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43.
Here we go, 46.
Throwing, Prescott. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
We're going to 53. Here we go, 47.
A first down throw for Prescott. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Cooper Kupp,
26 yards.
and the 49ers have got it back to within a score. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Tucker now for the extra point. And this time he gets it to go as it is up and good. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive one made it to the end zone. Drive two resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Breaks the tackle. Now an alley. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Washington.
Well, CD, that's his 2nd touchdown already. And how about this offense? 3 drives, 3 touchdowns.
An absolute total team effort right now. And let's face it, I don't think he's done. We're still in the first half. There's a lot of time left to go. I don't know what they're going to do on the other side trying to slow him down. But right now, he's feeling it.
Sanders on for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From just inside the 20, a short kick. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They begin with Henry. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
46. Hey, 47. 47. We're going to 54. Why is
Off the play fake, Prescott.
Yeah, that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Here we go, 47. Hey, kill. 26.
Now Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Commanders will take over here just shy of the 30.
Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Man open, here is Jones. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. That one good for 26 and a first down. Give him now 1,062 catches in his career. And I'm looking at the list here. That ties him with Andre Johnson.
And I wonder if he ever wrote Andre Johnson's name down and that number and said, that's where I'm trying to go. That's what I'm trying to get to. If so, congratulate yourself. You are there. That means you rank amongst the best that have ever done it.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
Touchdown, Washington.
A 15-yard touchdown grab. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here we go, 46. Hey, 47. 26.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott, looking for Andrews downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And
this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. 33-yard.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. And a loose football.
But Washington looked to get this one back, and indeed they did. They will still have possession.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line.
97 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the 1st half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this or keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. Washington. A great play there, with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game.
And the Commanders are able to add on to their first half lead. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you get a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside.
This is taken way up at the 25.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. The big loss on first down leads to a tricky second down. 18 yards to go. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And that'll be caught by the big tight end, Andrews. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on third down.
47.
Prescott to throw it. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
There you go.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end, Andrews. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Prescott. That'll be caught. It's Kupp. Touchdown, 49ers.
Cooper Kupp,
as the first half is winding down.
and the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
Picked off by Jerome Baker. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
He's going to sling this deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And he is into the end zone for a Commanders touchdown.
A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Commanders will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
1 second, all that remains.
Final play of the half. Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Takes it at the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll try and throw for it here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the 1st down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And some room to roam now. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 57 yards.
And the Commanders extend their lead yet again. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll try and get the run game going. This is Henry. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, kill! Here we go, 47. Hey, kill! There we go, kill! 26.
Prescott now.
Pass to Tony Pollard out of the backfield.
Oh, down the numbers. There he goes. Touchdown 49ers. Tony Pollard, 82 yards.
And the Niners are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. Complete at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
Taken from about the 12. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And a short pickup to about the 25.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Looking downfield for Jones.
And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal.
I know exactly why he tried to throw the ball to Julio Jones there. He's never considered covered. He's either too fast or too strong. You always try and get it to him.
Especially on those deep passes. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3 and out.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner.
And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
Tell you what, he did not have much time there to scan the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Here we go, go to 54, go to 54. Kill.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, he's got his man. It's Andrews.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
Hey, kill. 47. Here we go, 46. Here we go, going to 53.
Here's Prescott.
This one incomplete. Almost picked off by the rookie, but he couldn't quite look it in. And now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here we go, 47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
That's another mistake there on the drop pass on 4th, and we've seen them do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Hey, 47. Here we go, go to 54, go to 54, 180. Here we go.
Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Here we go, going to 54, 180. Here we go, 47.
On 1st and 10, Prescott.
And this one too low.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Prescott.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know that there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. They're going to try and throw. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete.
And he will be taken down, but it's a big play and a conversion for Washington on 4th down.
So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. They'll set up to throw. Man open, here is Jones. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. From 4 yards out.
And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Hey, kill.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive.
This will go to Henry out wide.
And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for second down.
Everybody kill.
Here's Prescott. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
A good start to the drive. That's caught out on the left side.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally.
Well, there's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the 4th quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances to put up some garbage time yardage.
And, partner, why would they? Because who knows the next time you'll be playing as well as you have today. When you're in that zone, you go ahead and take full advantage of it. You don't worry about your opponent.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. The slot man in motion right.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
They find some open field here.
And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great play there. 52 yards.
And the Commanders continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Well, this is a touch cruel here. They've got the big lead. Now they're going for the jugular with the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
A first down throw for Prescott. Looking deep for Adams. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And they'll send the slot in motion left. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And some space here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great effort there. An even 90 yards.
And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From way up at the 23.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
Going up top for Kupp. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Xavier Howard.
And the Commanders are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And the slot man goes in motion left. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
They'll get it across the 35. It'll be second down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 5.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
In motion right is Jones.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And their post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to write for him. But how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good? They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the
and he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off Byron Jones.
And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit, give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that that call now might get the fans back into this one.
Off the play fake, Prescott. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Xavier Howard. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Up huge on the scoreboard, and they're still trying to add to their total. That shot doesn't connect, but I don't think it'll dissuade them from attempting another one.
Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. No gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
They've got a 4th down here in a game that looks to have been decided already. They'll try and run for it.
It's a pretty strong running there as he'll take this across the 50 and down to the 44.
Right back to him on first down. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one looks like he'll throw here. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
But not much defensive resistance on that drive. And really, Charles, the way this offense has been humming, they haven't faced much defensive resistance the entire game.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that one team, their defense did not wake up and make it to the stadium for this one. There may be some major changes on that side of the ball when we see them the next time out.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. And the 49er hands team does its job. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Prescott. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Yet again, targeting and fighting Mark Andrews. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46, 46.
To throw is Prescott. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the fourth quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense.
There he goes, left side. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, when they said before the game that they were going to try and execute every second of this contest, I guess that was taken literally, because here they are in the final moments of the fourth, putting another touchdown on the board, Charles, to add to this big lead.
I'm not a big believer in 110%, but it certainly applies here, doesn't it? Because some guys just can't go with less. As long as there's time left on the clock, they're pushing to get to the end zone one more time. They don't really care about what the optics show. They just want to finish the game off the way that they like to play it. Full speed, all out.
Here we go. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, 47.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And now here is another interception.
Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Now a play fake here on first down.
Crossing route, and he hits his man. It's Jones.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for Washington,
A win will come too late to save a losing season, but they do move to 6-9 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on